She's a promiscuous girl. I'm talking Nelly Furtado. Wagwan. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I hope you decide to stick around. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Hit that dislike button if you don't like what you see. Just let me know how you're feeling. Leave a comment down below if you want to elaborate on anything that I say in this video. This is another review of Love During Lockup, and I believe this is episode 64. I feel like this episode was giving me what I wanted. I've been complaining for the past two episodes that I'm not really getting anywhere. Except for with one character, everybody else was giving me something more that I want to see, like a progression. Max, on the other hand, I don't know if I'm going to continue to talk about him and Tara or him and whoever he's going to go with, because I see right through the BS. I see right through it. He's not gonna give us any information or gonna give us any storyline because he doesn't really have one. He's just relying on whichever girl that he talks to in prison to somehow make himself interesting. And I'm not buying it. I'm not getting into it for him. So Max, bring me a storyline and then we'll chat. Then I'll think about reviewing you going forward. But for right now, no, he's giving me nothing. Now he's talking to some other inmate and their relationship is barely blossoming. He's definitely giving me, I'm only on this show because I want my social media to blow up and I want to blow up on social media. Which I'm just like, yo, if that's your hustle, go ahead, but at least bring something. Let's talk about Gabby and Chris, because this is something that went a complete different direction that I was hoping it to go, or I was expecting it to go, but I'm not mad at how it's turning out because I feel like Gabby's finally getting her comeuppance. Like, we see how she treats her mother, we see how she treated Chris's mom, and I feel like reality is starting to set in and it's starting to, slap her ass down. Because now she's saying that she doesn't have any more money because she used the entire $60,000 that Chris gave her on buying a car, paying for bills, and now she has to be working as a bottle girl in a strip club. And she says that Chris would have a problem with her working in a strip club. Apparently, Chris has an ex, and the ex says that Gabby's the one who has been like trying to get, just stalking her. She feels like Gabby's been stalking her and she wants Chris to make it stop. Gabby is saying that Chris's ex is the one who's going out of her way to get involved with them. And a part of me says no. I believe the ex. I kind of believe the ex. I feel like maybe the ex was being stalked by Gabby. I feel like Gabby probably was like, oh, that's the ex, that's my competition. I gotta weed out all this competition because I feel like maybe Chris was giving money to other people. And Gabby found out and she wasn't digging that because she realized that her money source is now being cut off. I find it very difficult to think about why someone on the outside of prison would put all their financial responsibilities on someone who's behind bars. Like, even if he had a certain amount of money, why would you leave your own self just hanging out there like that? I just get this lazy vibe from her. Like, she's just like, oh, Chris is in jail and he's taking care of me financially, therefore I'm not gonna have a job until he cuts me off. And right now she's basically facing a situation where she is no longer being taken care of by Chris, and she used all of the $60,000 on frivolous things instead of putting herself in a position to be able to make money or be able to have money once the situation or relationship was over. She did not do that, so now she's screwed. And now she is talking about how she doesn't know where she stands with Chris because she feels like maybe the ex is moving into the relationship, or she's building a relationship back with Chris, or maybe there might be other girls. Santiba and Talsi. Oh my gosh. Santiba's mom is saying, bitch, where my money at? Because apparently you've been giving money to this guy in jail and you owe me. Like, she's ready and waiting there like Stewie waiting on Brian. Where's my money? Where's my money? She didn't have enough money to pay her mom, who she borrowed money from, but somehow she has the money to send and put on Talcie's books. And now she's thinking about picking up her entire life from Maine and moving down to Florida or Georgia. I don't even know where she wants to move, because this guy is telling her he's getting out of jail, he's getting out of prison, and he has to go to a halfway house, and she should not come. But that's not stopping her, because she's dead set saying that she's gonna be there once Talcie's out of jail. And the fact that Talcie is telling her not to come leads me to think that Talcie got another girl. Y'all know Talcie got another girl. Let me know down in the comment section if you think Talcie has another girl or doesn't have another girl, because Santiba. And she said that he was talking to another girl the first time she started talking to him. So the chances are pretty high that this other woman is also back in the picture, or maybe she never left. But we don't know. This week we find out something a little bit more about Haley. Haley lied to Dalton that she was just gonna have a chill night at home and she wasn't gonna do anything. The next day, she ended up telling him the truth. So she went out for a girls' night, or according to her, it was a girls' night, with her coworker. We find out there's another layer to Haley other than the sunshine and rainbows. Haley says that she's a promiscuous girl. I'm talking Nelly Furtado. Promiscuous girl. But her thing is that it's been really difficult for her not to be shagging every Tom, Dick, and Harry that she sees around, because she's a promiscuous girl and now she has to be loyal towards Dalton. But the way she talks about it leads me to think that maybe she slipped up at one point, or she's been slipping up a few times. But Dalton does not trust her at this point, because she lied to him. She told him that she was gonna have a chill night. The next thing, she's telling him that she went out with her friend. I don't know the reason why she didn't just keep the lie going. She could have just said that she was going to go out with a girlfriend in the first place, or just not tell him at all. Like, he's in jail. He would not know. And she goes out with her mom and her son to make s'mores at this restaurant. And she interrupted the moment to go talk to Dalton, who just yells at her. And he sounded really emotional on the phone in the moment when he found out that she lied to him. But she comes back and she was still defending him in front of her mom. Her mom's like, I don't like this. I don't like that you don't have freedom, even though you're on the outside, to go hang out with whoever you want to hang out with. And I agree with the mom. The mom is just like, girl, make a decision. You with this dude in jail, or you want to live a life of freedom and go do whatever you want to do. Pick a struggle, darling. Harry and Indy. Oh my gosh. Harry and Indy. I don't even know what to say about these two. Or it's not even the two, because Harry really isn't... I don't see Harry really making any drastic changes. My problem is with Indy. Indy packed up everything to move to Ohio, and her mom and I think her cousin or her brother, I don't know, maybe it's her cousin. Her cousin is driving the U-Haul and her mom is riding with her and her daughter. And this girl is just fully just relying on fate and the ancestors to take care of her when she gets there. So they finally pull up to this janky ass hotel slash motel in Ohio, and she's like, there's nothing else, this is all we have. See, Indy wants to convince us that she had no idea this motel slash hotel it was in the condition that it was, or that it is, or that the area is the way that it is. And I say bullshit. Because you know what, this is the internet age. They were filming this in 2021, and you want me to believe that this girl did not Google the area? She didn't Google the hotel. Most likely she booked the hotel using some sort of online source or something. She had to know, find out the area before she got there. It's not like people were looking through their damn phone books anymore to see where there are accommodations in an area. No, she got online, she booked this janky ass place, and then now she's showing up and pretending as if this is not what she ordered. Darling, you saw what it was. You knew the prices when you were ordering this hotel room. You knew exactly what you were going to get. You knew exactly where you were going to go. Do not act surprised. And I guess we should blame the mom too, because you're telling me you're a bounty hunter. You're going to this place. You already have suspicions against this dude who your daughter is gonna go see. And you're telling me your daughter's gonna move to somewhere she doesn't have an apartment prepared to move into. You know that she's gonna be staying in a hotel. You don't ask her where the hotel is. You don't ask her about the area of the hotel. You yourself are gonna be there. You claim that you are so worried about your granddaughter going somewhere where you're not gonna go, or you're not gonna be around to protect her. You care about the safety of your grandchild. And you want me to believe that y'all are gonna be staying in this place until you find a place to stay, like a permanent place to stay. And you want me to believe that somehow none of you Googled this area, none of you searched for this hotel slash motel slash whatever it is holding the wall? None of y'all. Darling, no. I don't believe it. I won't buy it. I won't buy it. You're selling it. I'm not buying it. I travel all the time and I'm always in hotel rooms. But I still Google where I'm gonna go if I've never been there before. So you're telling me this person is never been to this place before, and they never searched the area, never did anything else. But the mom tries to tell her something that she already knows, that Harry is in jail for kidnapping. She already knows, but she does not care. Indy does not care what Harry did as long as it did not involve domestic violence, which is a pretty effed up way of looking at life. If the only deal breaker for you and a significant other is whether or not they've been involved in domestic violence, then you've got some shitty vetting abilities. Like, you're telling me that the only thing you're worried about is whether or not they were involved in domestic violence. So everything else is good. You're not thinking about the fact that you're bringing your child around this person who was involved in some sort of violent act or getting in violent activities. You are completely okay with that part because he didn't beat up a girl or he didn't beat up a woman he was in a relationship with. So that's fine. The kidnapping stuff is fine because it didn't happen to someone he was in a domestic relationship with. Her mindset is skewed, bruh. Her mindset is skewed. She could use as much sage as she wants and burn it wherever she want to burn it around herself. The negativity resides in her mind. So she's definitely going to keep attracting weird ass situations and just bad activities. So she needs to cleanse her mind before she cleanses her body. That's all I'm saying. This whole situation with Hottie and Ty makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. And it's just like escalating each week. And like, I'm here for the drama, but still, there needs to, I don't know, the storyline needs to make somewhat sense. So you're telling me Ty is so open with her boss that she's willing to go and tell him about the details of her date. I don't know. There's just like a level of professionality that this whole relationship between her and her boss slash supervisor, I don't know what it is, whatever it is. I don't know. It's just giving me weird vibes, especially because she's so open and explicit about these personal things at work. Like, Come on now. Apparently, Boston put out some nudes from Ty that Ty sent to Hottie on his Facebook page. And apparently Hottie sent a video onto his Facebook profile saying that he doesn't mess with Boston, he's strictly with Ty, but he took stimulus money from Boston. But also Ty said that she gave him $15,000. She gave him $15,000. $15,000. Girl, you know you're lying. $15,000 you spend on one dude in jail when you claim that you've been talking to 500 men, or you've spoken to at least 500 men in jail. She just started her job as a mortician. So even if she's making a lot of money as a mortician, which I know that a lot of people do make a good living off of being a mortician, she just started. So you're not going to have me believe that Ty, unless Ty was in the drug game, because she's been dating a lot of drug dealers. But also, it just doesn't make any sense that for one of the guys, she already spent $15,000. So how much is she spending on the other men? I find that so hard to believe. I don't know. Other people on the show have spent a lot more money than $15,000, but usually they're only talking to like one or two people, or they're rich, or they claim to be rich, like what's his name, Stan. At least he claimed to be rich and he had at least $1 million. Like, he had money. So that makes sense. But from what we've seen from Ty, she's not necessarily a rich person. Or we don't really know her financial situation, but she doesn't seem rich. So how much money is she spending on the other men then? Especially BB, since she was in a deeper relationship with BB before Hottie. It would only make sense that she would spend more money on BB than on Hottie, since he's like her newer interest. And she's not been with him outside of jail. What's going on there? There's something is just not adding up. But now she grew all the strength in the world to take on Boston, and after weeks or months of communicating with Boston, suddenly she needs a liaison to set up a fight for them to meet. Girl, you did not block her. You had her number, and you called her, and you found out that she leaked your nudes on social media. And apparently the nudes that was leaked didn't actually it didn't actually have any indication that it belongs to Ty, which leads me to think that this is all fake. Because let's say that someone was gonna leak your nudes because you have beef with them. Wouldn't they make sure that it's very visible that it's you that they're trying to out or trying to leak your nudes? But the fact that she had to go to the producers, the fact that Ty took her phone to the producers and said, "Look at this. This is my nude. This is me right here." And the producer's like, "Are you sure?" Why would a producer have to ask if you're sure if it's clearly you? And why would Boston leak your nudes and not make it obvious that it's you if her point of doing it was to get back at you in some way or make you look like a hoe? Like, if that was her point of leaking your nudes, then why didn't she make it obvious that it's you? It doesn't make any sense. But now apparently she's gonna get Hottie's cousin to call Boston so that they could meet and fight like they're in middle school. It's just all dumb. It's dumb. But I'm entertained. I'm not gonna lie. I'm entertained, but it's dumb. It's a bunch of lies and it's dumb. But this episode, at least we got a bit of information that will move the episodes going forward, and it's not just like stuck in the so I called him yesterday and it turns out he's not gonna come out, and like I just need some money, or I just send him some money, or at least it's gonna go to somewhere. At least we're moving in a direction of progress on this show. But let's see what they have. Do you think that this fight is gonna happen between Boston and Ty? I sure don't. These producers are like, yeah, we want to see some drama, but at the end of the day, you're not worth our insurance money going through the roof. So, like, we'll keep the fight to a limit. Like, maybe there'll be some hair pulling, maybe let's like, but this fake storyline is gonna go absolutely nowhere with this fight. But I will be tuning in next week, and I suggest that you do the same. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, night, or whatever.